Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey. Feeling a little fabulous today. Got my black nails on, just because, why not? And I'm working on my Dahlia, Halloween Dahlia, Hobie Dahlia shirt. Really getting there. I think we're roughly about halfway through this particular cake. My hand fit right in there. And I'm really excited to say that I didn't do much crochet during my work week. It just didn't happen this week. I just was exhausted. Get home, eat dinner, go to bed. Get up, go to work. And it just was like that type of week. Even on my breaks, I was a little bit rushed for eating. So, I got a little catching up to do. Anyways, super glad you're here today. Let's hang out and do a little yarn chatting. Yay! Okay, so I changed my angle a little bit because I felt like my hand was definitely taking center stage, and my hand is not the important part here. It is the crochet and the crochet accessories. So I've made an order with Temu again. We're gonna have a little talk about Temu, and well, we could do it now, or we could do it in another video, but I think I'll do it now. So, as we all know, if you've been on my channel for any amount of time, I am a massive Hobie fan. I love their cakes. I mean, these cakes are beautiful. They're 100% cotton. They're very, very nice. They're very, very pretty, lightweight, gorgeous. Colors are saturated, and it just holds up really well. But then I saw that Temu has been selling hooks, like these hooks. To be honest, I've actually purchased a standalone of this one, so the new one is going to go in with my set, and this one is going to go into the case. That will make this travelable, because I don't trust that this bit here, okay, hold on, let me focus, hello, sorry, but if you can tell, this bit here, I'm worried it will snap in my bag, because I'm traveling, I'm on the bus, I'm not exactly 100% sure. I've got my lunch in there, my bottles of water, all the stuff I need to make it through an 8-hour day. Hand lotions, all the stuff. So I don't exactly trust taking it. I don't have anything, but they are selling them individually now, which is quite awesome. So I have went ahead and purchased one more of these in a box that has foam and everything around it to keep it safe, so I can actually take it places, and I'm really excited. So the new one's going to go in with the full set, and the one I've actually been using is going to continue being my using one, because I love 3.5, especially with this thin yarn, and I seem to be on a kick of buying lots of cakes. Oh my goodness. So, I'm also got a couple other surprises that I got, all yarn related, and I'm really excited. They just made it through customs, so they should be here in the next couple days, probably in time for my next set of videos. I'm going to say they will be, because that's about, I got 2 days on, 1 day off, and then 2 more days on, and then I get my weekend. So, and that's going to go on for the next couple weeks. I'm totally fine with having a day off in the middle. That gives my feet a time to recover, because they are barking. The dogs are barking. Why does that look so weird to me? That is not how I want that. So there's a bit of yarn coming, and something else that is going to be fantastic for my crochet journeys that I have been looking at for about 6 months now, and I finally said okay, because I got a really good deal on it. It was a $35 item that they put on sale for about $7, And I just absolutely was like, no, I can't wait. 1, 2, 3. Turn the hook. Turn my long, long piece. Okay, so yesterday I had this really long power outage. I'm talking 4 hours of no power. And I worked on this because I haven't touched it. And I'm absolutely in love with how it's turning out. I mean, look at that. This is Bag O Day's Galaxy Granny Square, sorry. I will have to put the links in my last video on this. I forgot to. I realized I was in a rush and on my way out the door, so I will fix that. However, this is the cake. This is not a 900 meter cake. No, I looked at it again to see about getting more or other colors in this particular yarn. Holy moly, it's 1500 meters. And I have 2 cakes of this. So this dress is going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm really looking forward to it. Now I want to compare the 2 yarns here. So there is a bit of a sheen to this one from Temu. It's mercerized and it's actually got a really nice soft feel, where this is soft, but I can also see a little bit of a pilling effect, and that might have been why it ripped the way it did. I feel like this is a bit stronger and yet delicate at the same time. So I'm really, really happy with this yarn from Temu. I would definitely get more. Which brings up another thing my mother and I have been discussing. Her beautiful sweater that I worked so hard on is way too heavy. She is finding it heavy. It's a lot of weight. And I kind of thought that while I was making it. I tried to use a very light pattern for it, but she's not going to be able to wear it. So we are re-looking at maybe taking it apart, maybe thinning out the yarn a bit. But I'm thinking maybe I can grab a couple of these Temu ones for like 12 something each, 15 at the most. Like, they're really not too expensive, and making her something out of that. It's very lightweight, very silky, feels really nice in the hands. Like, going back to this feels almost like it's coarse. I spent both the whole time the power was out working on the rounds on that one, and it's getting there. And it's getting real pretty. Looks like a tree fell on the power lines. But I'm a little suspicious of the whole story. It's a little bit fishy. Because right after it, we could see the power lines bouncing. And about not even 5 minutes later, a tree cutting truck was driving out of the vicinity. So I just have this sneaky suspicion that, somebody did something and they accidentally hit a power line, and it took a very long time for the power to come back on. Plus side though, I got to have Chinese food because it was too late to cook by the time it came back on. It was already almost 7 o'clock. The kids were hungry and we had nothing suitable for the barbecue, and the propane tanks were almost, it was a whole thing. Anyway, I got Chinese food. It was yummy. We were pushing for Chinese food anyways. I bought the girls practice, what are they called? Chopsticks, and they have sharks on the end, so they have little sharks that open their mouths, and then the other end is the chopsticks. They're very, very fun. I'd go get them, but the girls are quite attached to them. They're picking up everything they can with them because they've been wanting to learn how to use chopsticks, and this is an easy way, little baby training chopsticks with sharks. Really fun. And I did buy some stuff for the household at my work. Mouthwashes, suntan lotion, after sun lotion. My one daughter had a little too much sun this week, so I decided we needed some in the house because we've used it all up. We have none left anymore, and everything else has too many strong scents to them that I don't want to put that on some sunburnt skin. Alright, and I'm doing something crazy today. I'm going to be starting this. This is by a company named Splat. It's Rebellious Colors. I'm allowed to do this. I've checked with all my managements. It actually has 2 types of blue in it. So there is this darker one that she has on the top, and this super bright turquoisey one in the bottom. It does come with bleach in it too, so my hair will probably be that light because it's already this light. Either way, it'll be really cool. And I'm kind of nervous about it. I have never done a wild color before. I have had a really wonderful girlfriend who absolutely rocked blue hair for so long, and blue is like my favorite color, so I never wanted to touch it, but hers was more of a navy deep blue, where this has a little more of a turquoise oceany feel, and had two different blues, so I decided that I'll try that. I was torn between that and teal, only because I've never actually done a wild color. I did a wild color for my son. I did a deep emerald green for him one year, and he just wanted to try it out, so we did. But I've never done it for myself, so it does say that it could run if I'm sweating, so that might be a problem because I sweat a lot. I'm a busy lady, and I sweat in my sleep and all that good stuff just like everybody else. I'm not unusual. But I think this blue will match my hair. Oh goodness. Notification on my computer just made me jump. Sorry about that if you heard it. But yeah, I've got to have a long process of doing that hair dye. It's got a lot involved. I read all the instructions yesterday during the power outage because I was going to start it yesterday. Probably take the whole weekend to just do it all because it's 3 different applications to do. Because I decided to go crazy and do 2 colors at the same time, but it's going to be fun. I will definitely let you guys see it. You'll get a little face preview of it and everything, and the before and after pictures, of course. I mean, if I'm telling you about it, of course I'm going to show it to you. I don't really do many face-ons anymore because you can't see my hands crocheting, and that's really what this channel is mostly about. So yeah, now I'm kind of torn if I actually prefer the feel of the yarn I got from Temu. I'm very surprised by how very silky it is. Like, it's going to make a beautiful dress. Like, I can already tell that I'm going to enjoy wearing it a lot. Like, I thought this was soft, but that is really soft. So I don't know. And I mean, there was this one yarn that I saw a few years ago from Bag O' Day. She got it from Stinelli, which is in Serbia. I want to say it's Serbia. I'm probably totally off, but I know it was the Stinelli because I remember it very clearly. It was a black, and it had a thin ribbon of a rainbow piece, like sort of iridescent, that went through it. I found something very similar to that in Temu, so I actually bought 3. I already know I wanted to work with it, so it was a no-brainer for me, and it was, again, a smoking deal. I caught it on Temu days. I guess they did Temu days while they were doing Prime days, and I caught the tail end of a couple sales, and a couple things I was looking at were a lot cheaper than they were before. So, of course, me being bargain lady, had to get them. But I know I'm going to use them. It's kind of like the silk and bamboo that I just picked up from them. I know I'm going to make something really nice out of that. I'm thinking something that just like I can put on over myself when I leave work or whatever, maybe, or maybe just a little pullover sweater. I almost feel like I should knit it. I don't know, I've really been just thinking about it, but I haven't gotten to it. I mean, look how long it took me to pick something for the pansy colored cakes. That's what I'm calling them, pansy colored. They look like the flowers, the pansies. I love the yellow to the purples. Really pretty, really pretty. My mom's always had grown those ones, so they are definitely on my more favorite list. Alright, so we are in our double crochet row here. So what I'm doing is 2 to go with each chain, and then 1 over the double crochet of the last row. That way I have 3 per square, which is 3 per square down below. And then I'm not going to end up with like crazy wavy bottom, like the one row is going to be longer than the rest, is what I'm trying to say. English, I can speak it. most of the time. But I decided to put this one on the forefront for today because the other one got so much love yesterday and I've gotten so far. My hands are just loving, like, no fatigue. That was the other thing. No fatigue in my wrist or my hands yesterday. I stopped a few times for some exercising to relieve any tension, and I found I had none. Like, it was just actually very easy. Sorry, my cake is trying to escape, and I see that it's getting a little bit loosey over here, so I'm going to have to fix that before I get much further. And I'll probably have to put the toilet paper roll back in or something just to make sure it doesn't fall in on itself, because that would not be fun. Oh my goodness, we are in that beautiful dark purpley blue. I feel like there's a lot of blue undertones to this particular purple. And I mean, that is one thing I do like about the Hobie yarn, is the fact that their colors have so many lowlights and highlights. And the saturation to it is gorgeous. And the cotton is very, very, very soft. Don't get me wrong, it is so soft. However, this Temu stuff feels more silky, like a dress. You know, you want your dresses to feel super silky all summer, and that's why it's working out really well for this kerchief dress that I'm doing. And I loved her version of just the granny square, but when I saw the one she did with the comic granny square, I really, really have been thinking about it for the past, like, year and a half since I found the video. I started one with my Sheeples yarn I had. I thought I had enough, and no, I definitely did not. It worked out better as a beautiful shawl, which I absolutely love. And we're getting closer to the time of year where I could just throw it on and make my way to work. Because why not? I made it to wear it, so I better find reasons to wear it, times to wear it. And I think it's going to be really nice for throwing on over my shoulders when I go to work and stuff, when it starts getting a bit cooler. And not too cold, right? No, that's what I have my duster for. Haha. Anyhow, thanks for joining me here today at All the Crackers in the Box. And I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.